After I got a hold of the San Francisco Reparations Plan, which is actually termed the draft plan, because then they're going to send another updated plan to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors for their review, because the Board of Supervisors ultimately will accept the entire plan or part of it or none of it. And so I looked at it and I thought the public really needs to know accuracy of what is this and the truth behind it, because as soon as it was initially presented to the board a few months ago, everyone thought it was about the entire African American population is going to get $5 million. And there was so much disinformation. So what I created was a website that goes through it called rejecttheplan.com. And why would someone want to reject this? Why should the Board of Supervisors reject it? Because that's what this is aimed at, is from a legal aspect, why? And so besides the money aspect, besides the money payoff, there's also everything else that makes it look like the committee that created the plan has, as an answer, come up with segregation and a neo-apartheid state. That's what it's come up with, which is really unfortunate. They worked for a year and a half on this plan. They spent taxpayers' money.
Who's they, by the way?
There's a committee of 15 individuals. They're not elected officials. None of them are elected. Mm-hmm. They are a result of the Board of Supervisors saying, okay, now reparations, we're going to go forward with this idea. Now is the time. It came out back in the summer of 2020, COVID lockdowns, but then also the George Floyd, the killing, the defund the police movement, and all of that whole time in our history. Mayor London Breed and one of the Board of Supervisors members, Shaman Walton, those two individuals said, we want to now push forward with a reparations plan. Right. So then they presented it to the Board of Supervisors. It said, okay, yeah, let's create a committee to study this and come up with a plan and onward. Okay. And that's how.
So here's the plan.
Yeah, 15 members. One actually resigned, so there's 14 members. And they said, okay, we're going to create a plan, 60 pages. Here it is. Have a look. And wow, it was a mess.
What do you think are the most egregious aspects of this plan? And if there's anything positive, is there anything positive about it? Yeah,
well, the positive thing is that it created a conversation. And this is what I've said all along. I think everyone agrees that a conversation is really important. But what it does is it actually has two aspects to it. One is the monetary. And a lot of the people involved with it are saying, let's kind of look past the monetary. Let's look at the other things. Uh-huh. That's the problematic part, because it wants to segregate out the bottom right section of San Francisco, which is like the Bayview and Excelsior, the areas around there, which have a higher African American population. And it's as if a psychological walling off of that part of the city from the rest, and setting up black schools with black curriculum, with black teachers, and focusing everything on race rather than trying to integrate and to our society all together, all races, nationalities, languages, religions, all of us together. This plan says we want black schools, we want black hospitals, black curriculum.
And it literally says that in the plan.
Yeah. And over the years I use African American, but this says the word black in it. Mm-hmm. So this is how it has been just horrendous, how it's written, what it wants, what it's suggesting, and everyone who is not black African American would be paying for this.
So
now you wrap your head around this.
It is. When you talk to people, because you talk a lot about this, I mean, you've definitely kind of taken up the mantle here and are out and about with it. What is the reaction from people in general? And I'm talking about everybody. Black, white, Asian, you name it. Like, what's the reaction?
It runs the gamut from it's pretty cut and dry. Either the people I am talking to think I'm crazy. They think that what I am saying that it says couldn't possibly have been written in it.
And I know you would
Yeah.
say, read the plan.
Yeah,
my website.
read
Go to
it.
my website.
Right there. Go to
Yeah.
rejecttheplan.com. It's all spelled out right
Yeah.
there. You can get a copy of it. And what I did is I put up a guide saying, it says, we want to set up a black bank with an alternative to credit scores. We want black credit scores, and we want all black credit card debt and loan debt to all be forgiven. See page 42, for example. It's all right there. So I've done all the work for you, for the public. All of these different terms that I talk about, they want to hire therapists to help black educators in the public school system to deal with the white supremacist curriculum that they're currently teaching. See page blah, blah, blah. That's there. So all of these that I talk about, people cannot believe what I'm saying. They don't understand that, they think that I'm nuts. It sounds kind of nuts. I'm a little crazy, I know. I'm nuts for San Francisco. Or the other side is, we don't care if it's legal or not. We don't care if this is ever possible to be passed. We deserve it.
Okay. So, Richie, name the website.
Rejecttheplan.com.
How can people get in touch with you?
Go to rejecttheplan.com.
How can they follow you? What's your Twitter handle?
I'm mostly on Twitter, which is Richie SF 2016.
Okay.
And my personal website is richiegreenberg.org, and you can find all my contact information there.
Thank you so much for joining. This is, I mean, wow, we could go on and on.
We can go on for hours.
And you know we would. So thank you very much.
Yeah.